Hi, welcome back to Math 263 and welcome to week 9 of the semester. This week we have two basic things going on. The first is we're going to start looking at chapter 13, and the second thing, of course, is that we are going to have our test 3. Let's talk about test 3 first. Test 3 is going to cover the materials from chapters 11 and 12 that we've seen since test 2. As you may remember, in each of those two chapters we saw three sections, 11.1, 11.2, 11.3, and then 12.1, 12.2, and 12.3. And we will just go ahead and have our test cover those six sections. There'll be one problem from each of those six sections. You'll have 2 hours to complete the test in, though I'm sure you'll take a lot less than that. And it's going to work exactly the same way as test 2. So you're first going to load up Google Chrome as your web browser and log into Blackboard. You're going to reactivate Proctorio using the link on the sidebar. And then you're going to fire up the test in Blackboard. And hopefully that works. If it doesn't, try it again, maybe restart your browser, that kind of thing. But the test should open up in Blackboard at that point. And when you open up the test, there'll be two questions. The first question will give you the password you need to log into MyMathLab and use the test in MyMathLab. And the second thing is it'll have a file upload box where you can upload your scan of your work that you will have scanned from the work you will have done from the Pearson test. So it works exactly the same as test 2. Nearly all of you got test 2 working fine, so I trust all of you will get test 3 to work out perfectly this time. Okay, the second thing we're going to do this week, or actually it'll be the first thing because we will start it on Tuesday, is going to be looking at chapter 13. So that's what we're moving on to next. And this week we're going to look at 13.1 and 13.2, which is about vectors. And we're going to talk about vectors in the plane, vectors in space, and we're going to look at some elementary operations with them, things we can work with them, notions of distance, notions of length, when are vectors parallel, this kind of question. And we'll talk a bit about that in our Zoom meeting on Tuesday. And the homework assignments that are due this coming Sunday are both related to the vectors, the 13.1 and 13.2. I've given you a much smaller number of problems than usual because you also have the test, of course. And also because of the test, we will have no discussion forum participation this week. Okay, the topic of vectors is one that may be review for some of you. It connects up with ideas from various physics classes, engineering classes, perhaps other disciplines as well. And we're going to see it really as a useful tool for describing motion. So this chapter 13 is going to be one where we're going to really lay some firm groundwork in understanding vectors. And then when we go on to chapter 14, which will be our last chapter this semester, chapter 14 will then be doing calculus with these vectors that we will have understood then from chapter 13.